The forest was silent, bathed in the soft glow of the morning sun breaking through the canopy. Birds perched on branches, their songs muted as if in reverence for the surrounding peace. I walked along the narrow path, the earth cool beneath my feet, my heart heavy with unspoken questions. The path led to a clearing where the Buddha sat, his posture serene, his gaze steady and inviting. As I approached, the aroma of wildflowers filled the air, mingling with the gentle rustle of leaves. I stopped a few steps away, hesitant to break the sanctity of the moment. The Buddha looked at me, his eyes carrying a warmth that seemed to touch my soul. "What brings you here, my friend?" he asked, his voice calm and filled with an unshakable certainty. I struggled to find words, overwhelmed by the weight of my doubts and the presence of such tranquility. "I seek understanding," I finally replied, my voice trembling. "I am burdened by thoughts that I cannot untangle." The Buddha nodded, as though he already knew the storm that raged within me. He gestured for me to sit, and I did, folding my legs beneath me on the soft grass. "Tell me," he said, "what is it that troubles your mind so deeply?" I hesitated, feeling the surge of emotions that I had held back for far too long. "I feel disconnected," I began, my words slow and deliberate. "The world feels fractured, people distant, and I feel lost within it all." The Buddha listened intently, his face a canvas of understanding and patience. He waited for me to continue, giving me the space to unravel my inner turmoil. He leaned forward slightly, his eyes meeting mine as if reading the labyrinth of doubts within my heart. "Freedom begins not in escaping," he said, "but in embracing. Not in running, but in understanding the present. You are not alone in feeling this way," he said, his words gentle yet profound. Many walk through life searching for answers, burdened by the transient nature of existence. His words resonated with me, touching a chord deep within my being. I nodded, eager to hear more of his wisdom. "What you feel is not wrong," he continued, "nor is it unique to you. It is the essence of life." He paused, allowing his words to settle, their weight slowly sinking into my consciousness. Life, by its very nature, is impermanent. Understanding this is the first step toward inner peace. "But how?" I asked, my voice filled with urgency. "How do we find peace in a world that constantly changes?" The Buddha smiled, his expression one of kindness and compassion. "By embracing change," he replied, "and by letting go of the illusion that things must remain constant." His words were simple, yet they carried a depth that made me question my own resistance to life's ebb and flow. "Attachment," he said, "is the source of much of our suffering. We hold on to what we believe should last." I felt a pang of recognition, recalling the many times I had clung to moments, people, and even thoughts, unwilling to let them go. "To free yourself," he continued, "you must learn to let go, not with resignation, but with understanding." The clarity of his words pierced through the fog in my mind, offering a glimpse of a path I had not considered. "But does letting go mean we cease to care?" I asked, my voice laced with doubt. The Buddha shook his head gently, his gaze meeting mine with unwavering honesty. "No," he said, "letting go is not indifference. It is the freedom to love without clinging, to care without possessing." His words stirred something within me, a new understanding that began to take shape like the first light of dawn. "Can you teach me?" I asked, my voice carrying both hope and apprehension. "Can you guide me toward this freedom?" The Buddha smiled again, his presence a beacon of reassurance. "The path is yours to walk," he said, "but I can offer you the tools to navigate it." He leaned forward slightly, his eyes reflecting the wisdom of countless lifetimes. "Meditation," he said, "is the key to unlocking the chains of attachment and understanding the nature of impermanence." His words were not entirely new to me, but coming from him, They carried a weight that could not be ignored. Through meditation, he continued, you will learn to observe your thoughts without judgment, to see them as clouds passing in the sky. He roamed the streets, Buddha said, his eyes filled with sorrow, his spirit weighed down by the loss of his worldly treasures. The merchant sought my guidance, Buddha said, and asked me, why has fate stripped me of all that I built? He despaired. Meditation is but one tool, he said, but it is a powerful one. Combine it with mindful living, and you will find your way. Mindful living? I repeated, the term unfamiliar yet intriguing. The Buddha nodded, his eyes reflecting the depth of his understanding. To live mindfully, he explained, is to be fully present in each moment, without clinging to the past or yearning for the future. His words were like a mirror, reflecting the many ways I had allowed time to slip through my fingers, lost in regrets and anticipations. There, you will find the essence of who you are. The merchant's despair began to unravel. Buddha explained, his resistance yielding to the gentle touch of introspection and understanding. He demonstrated, taking a slow, deliberate inhale, then releasing it with the same measured care. Each breath is a reminder, he said, a gift of life that exists only in the now. I mirrored his actions, feeling the air fill my lungs, the subtle rise and fall of my chest. It was a simple act, yet it carried a profound sense of grounding, a connection to something greater than myself. And from there? I asked, my voice a blend of curiosity and hope. From there, the Buddha replied, observe the world with the same presence, the same awareness. His words were a revelation, a map guiding me toward a destination I had long sought but never found. You carry the answers within you, he said, his tone filled with an unwavering conviction. You only need to look. His statement struck me, not as a mere platitude, but as a truth that resonated deeply with my own experience. As the sun climbed higher, its rays piercing through the treetops, I felt a lightness I had not known before. The merchant began to embrace his loss, Buddha said, and with it, he embraced himself, the essence of his being. The disciples exchanged thoughtful glances, the story weaving its way into their hearts, its wisdom illuminating the depths of their consciousness. The Buddha inclined his head slightly, his expression serene and timeless. Your journey begins now, he said, his words carrying the weight of both a blessing and a challenge. Walk it with courage and compassion, and you will find the peace you seek. I rose to my feet, the grass cool beneath me, my heart lighter, my mind clearer. As I turned to leave, I felt a renewed sense of purpose, a spark of hope that would guide me forward. The forest seemed alive with possibilities, each step a reminder of the lessons I had just learned. The disciples closed their eyes, their breaths harmonizing with the stillness surrounding them, the lesson settling into their souls. Under the Bodhi tree, amidst the stillness of night, the teachings of Buddha continued to bloom, nurturing the seekers of truth. The world was still imperfect, still transient, but now it felt like a canvas, waiting for me to paint my story upon it. Another day, another walk along the forest path, the air crisp and filled with the aroma of blooming flowers. The trees towered above, their branches a canopy of emerald, filtering the sunlight into a soft, golden glow. I found myself drawn once again to the clearing where the Buddha often sat, his presence a beacon of serenity. The world felt lighter today, my footsteps less burdened by the weight of unanswered questions. The Buddha was there, as if the forest itself conspired to ensure his presence for those in need. He sat with an air of timeless tranquility, his posture unwavering, his expression filled with kindness. As I approached, his gaze met mine, carrying a warmth that seemed to dissolve my lingering doubts. Welcome back, my friend, he said, his voice as steady as the earth beneath us. What brings you here today? I come seeking clarity, I replied, my voice more confident, though still laced with uncertainty. Yesterday, your words touched me deeply, yet I find myself longing to understand more. The Buddha nodded, as though he had anticipated my return, his presence both grounding and liberating. What is it you seek to know? He asked, inviting me to delve into the depths of my curiosity. I hesitated, the enormity of my thoughts making it difficult to pinpoint where to begin. He stood, his movements slow and deliberate, as if honoring every step he took upon the earth's surface. Walk with me, he invited, his tone warm, yet imbued with a sense of purpose that drew me forward. How so? I asked, my voice carrying a mix of curiosity and skepticism. The Buddha paused, his expression thoughtful, as though he were carefully choosing each word to convey its fullest meaning. Suffering arises from attachment and desire, he explained, from our longing for things to be other than they are. His words were simple, yet they carried a depth that made me question the roots of my own struggles. I considered his words, letting them unfold within me like new leaves, unfurling with the warmth of sunlight and truth. The river's hum faded into the distance as our steps carried us farther, deeper into the sanctuary of the forest. Desire in itself is not wrong, he said, but it becomes a source of suffering when it turns into clinging. I felt a pang of recognition, recalling the many moments when my desires had led to frustration and pain. To live without suffering, the Buddha continued, one must learn to embrace the impermanent nature of all things and let go of clinging. His words resonated deeply, offering a perspective that challenged my long-held beliefs about control and permanence. Does letting go mean we stop caring or striving? I asked, my voice tinged with doubt. The Buddha shook his head gently, his gaze steady. No, he said, letting go is freedom, not indifference. It is the ability to care without attachment. I pondered his words, feeling the stirrings of a new understanding take root within me. Can suffering ever be eliminated? I asked, my voice carrying a faint trace of hope. As Buddha stood in silence, the forest enveloped us both, its essence alive, its truths vast and boundless like the sky. Another day, another lesson. Life continued forward, impermanent yet beautiful, inviting me to follow the river's flow into understanding. What path is that? I inquired, my curiosity now fully awakened. The Buddha leaned forward slightly, his posture inviting me into the depths of his teachings. It is the Noble Eightfold Path, he said, a guide to living in harmony with yourself and the world around you. His words were not entirely unfamiliar, yet they carried a clarity that made me eager to learn more. Can you tell me about it? I asked, my voice steady but filled with anticipation. The Buddha nodded, his presence a testament to the wisdom he was about to share. The path consists of right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration, he explained. Each of these is a step toward understanding, compassion, and freedom from suffering. His words painted a vivid map, a series of interconnected steps leading to a destination I had long sought but never truly grasped. Right view, he continued, is seeing the world as it is, understanding the nature of impermanence, suffering, and the interconnection of all things. The clarity of his explanation made me question how often I had viewed life through the lens of my own desires and fears. Right intention, the Buddha said, is cultivating thoughts and motivations rooted in kindness, compassion, and renunciation of harmful desires. His words struck a chord, reminding me of the times I had acted impulsively, driven by emotions rather than mindful intentions. Right speech, he added, is speaking truthfully, kindly, and with purpose, avoiding words that cause harm or deceit. I nodded, the simplicity of his teachings resonating deeply. yet challenging me to reflect on my own actions and choices. Right action, he said, is living ethically, refraining from harm, and contributing to the well-being of all beings. His explanation carried a weight, a call to examine not just what I did, but why I did it. Right livelihood, he continued, is choosing a way of life that supports harmony and avoids harm to others. His teachings painted a picture of a life lived with integrity, each step a reflection of mindfulness and compassion. Right effort, he said, is cultivating positive states of mind, while letting go of negativity and distractions that hinder your growth. I felt a pang of recognition, recalling the many moments I had allowed doubt and fear to cloud my thoughts and actions. Right mindfulness, the Buddha added, is being fully present, observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment, and cultivating awareness of the world around you. His explanation echoed the lessons he had shared the day before, reinforcing the importance of living in the present moment. Right concentration, he concluded, is developing deep focus and meditation, allowing you to connect with the essence of life beyond distractions. His words painted a comprehensive yet accessible path, a guide to navigating the complexities of life with wisdom and compassion. How do I begin this path? I asked, my voice filled with a mix of eagerness and apprehension. The Buddha smiled, his gaze steady and encouraging. Begin with understanding, he said, for all actions stem from your view of the world and yourself. His statement struck me, offering a starting point that felt both achievable and meaningful. Can you guide me further? I asked, my voice carrying both hope and determination. The Buddha inclined his head slightly, his presence a reassurance and a challenge. The path is yours to walk, he said, but I can offer you the tools and teachings to navigate it. His words filled me with a renewed sense of purpose, a spark of hope that seemed to illuminate the path ahead. What is the first step? I asked, eager to take action. Reflect on your view, the Buddha replied, and seek to understand the nature of suffering, impermanence, and interconnectedness. His words echoed the lessons he had shared, offering a foundation upon which to build my journey. The forest seemed alive with possibility, each step a reminder of the wisdom that now guided me. As the sun climbed higher, its rays piercing through the treetops, I felt a lightness I had not known before. Thank you, I said, my voice soft yet sincere, for showing me a path I did not see. The Buddha inclined his head slightly, his expression serene and timeless. Your journey continues, he said, his words carrying the weight of both a blessing and a challenge. Walk it with courage and compassion, and you will find the peace you seek. I rose to my feet, the grass cool beneath me, my heart lighter, my mind clearer. As I turned to leave, I felt a renewed sense of purpose, a spark of hope that would guide me forward. The hills drew closer as we walked, their slopes inviting exploration, their shadows a reminder of light's omnipresent dance. You see, Buddha pointed out, the hills stand unmoved, yet their shadows shift endlessly, teaching us the essence of impermanence. The world was still imperfect, still transient, but now it felt like a canvas, waiting for me to paint my story upon it. Another day, another quiet walk through the forest, the canopy overhead filtering sunlight into dancing patches of gold. The air was cool, tinged with the fresh scent of dew and earth, inviting a sense of calm. I followed the path instinctively, my feet guided by the memory of past encounters. The clearing came into view, the familiar presence of the Buddha drawing me closer like a beacon. The Buddha sat beneath a towering tree, his figure still and serene, embodying a profound sense of peace. As I approached, he looked up, his gaze warm and inviting, a silent acknowledgement of my arrival. You have returned, he said gently, his voice carrying a calmness that settled the restless thoughts within me. What brings you here today, my friend? I seek guidance, I replied, my voice steady but filled with anticipation. I have begun reflecting on your teachings, but I am unsure how to navigate their depths. The Buddha nodded, his expression one of understanding, as though he had expected my struggle. The path to understanding is seldom straightforward, he said, but each step brings you closer to clarity. I sat before him, the grass soft beneath me, the world around us fading into the background. What troubles you most? He asked, his tone inviting openness and honesty. I hesitated, gathering my thoughts, the weight of my inner conflict pressing against my heart. I am torn, I admitted, my words slow and deliberate. Another day, another lesson. Life's cycles continued, inviting reflection and growth, urging me to embrace the transformation within. Distractions are like ripples in water, he said, temporary, but capable of obscuring the surface beneath. His analogy resonated deeply, painting a vivid picture of the turmoil within my mind. How do I still the ripples? I asked, my voice carrying both curiosity and a yearning for resolution. The Buddha smiled, his expression both reassuring and profound. By returning to the present moment, he said, for the present is the only reality that truly exists. His words struck me, their simplicity masking the profound truth they carried. But how do I stay present? I asked, my voice tinged with both eagerness and doubt. Through practice, he replied, his tone gentle yet firm. The mind is like a restless monkey, always leaping from thought to thought. His metaphor brought a faint smile to my lips, the imagery both vivid and relatable. With mindfulness, he continued, you can train the monkey to rest, to observe without judgment, and to find peace. His words were both an invitation and a challenge, urging me to explore the depths of my own awareness. I departed slowly, carrying Buddha's wisdom within me. His guidance transformed perception into pathways illuminating sacred truths. Life is a flowing river, he said, ever changing, yet always moving forward. To resist its flow is to suffer. His analogy painted a picture of acceptance, a lesson in finding harmony amidst the currents of existence. Mindfulness does not mean neglecting life, he added, but engaging with it fully, with clarity and intention. It simply remains true to itself. His words carried profound wisdom, urging me to reflect deeply. By focusing on one moment at a time, he said, one breath, one task, one connection, without scattering your attention. His advice was both practical and profound, offering a pathway to navigate the complexities of life with grace. Buddha sat under the banyan tree, his figure framed by golden rays of sunlight filtering through the vibrant forest canopy. The rustling leaves whispered secrets of existence. Fear is a shadow, he said, a projection of the mind that thrives in the absence of understanding. His words were like a mirror, reflecting the many ways fear had shaped my thoughts and actions. To dispel fear, he continued, you must turn toward it, examine it, and see it for what it truly is. His statement challenged me, urging me to confront the very emotions I had long avoided. Master, I asked, how do we know when the garden within us is thriving? The Buddha smiled faintly, his gaze warm and knowing. A thriving garden does not boast, he said, but radiates peace and harmony naturally. No fear is insurmountable, he said. When faced with the light of awareness and the courage to act, his words stirred something within me, a faint glimmer of hope amidst the shadows of doubt. How do I cultivate courage? I asked, eager to understand the strength he embodied so effortlessly. Courage arises from trust, he replied. Trust in yourself, in the path, and in the interconnectedness of all life. The simplicity of his answer belied the profound depth it carried, urging me to explore the foundation of my beliefs. And how do I build trust? I inquired, my voice steady but filled with curiosity. By observing, the Buddha said. By witnessing the cycles of life, the resilience within you, and the support around you, his teachings were a tapestry of wisdom, each thread weaving together the lessons I sought to internalize. What if trust is shaken? I asked, the question emerging from a place of past pain and disillusionment. Then rebuild it, he said gently, with patience and compassion, for trust, like a tree, grows stronger over time. His analogy offered solace, a reminder that growth and healing were both possible and natural. And what of compassion? I asked, feeling the stirrings of a deeper question within me. The forest responded gently. Leaves danced in the breeze, embodying transient beauty thriving amidst impermanent conditions. His words touched a chord within me, a call to embrace both vulnerability and strength. To cultivate compassion, he added, practice seeing through the lens of interconnectedness, where every being shares in the journey of life. His teachings painted a vision of a world less divided, more unified by the threads of shared existence. But what of those who cause harm? I asked, my voice carrying the weight of a question that had long troubled me. Buddha gestured toward a blossoming flower. Its petals opened gradually, embodying mindfulness rooted in acceptance. His answer challenged me, urging me to look beyond actions to the root causes of suffering. Compassion does not excuse harm, he added, but seeks to understand it, to transform it with wisdom and love. His words were a call to action, a reminder that compassion was not passive but a force for healing and change. How do we balance compassion with justice? I asked, seeking guidance on navigating this delicate balance. Justice is not punishment, the Buddha said, but the restoration of balance. Guided by wisdom and compassion, his perspective offered a new way of seeing the world. One that bridged the gaps between understanding and action. Presence detaches from distractions, anchoring perception within reality untainted by illusions. The forest mirrored interconnected mindfulness. By returning to the present moment, he said, again and again, no matter how many times you are pulled away. His advice echoed his earlier teachings, reinforcing the importance of mindfulness as the foundation for all growth. And by embracing the journey, he added, with all its challenges and joys. As a teacher and a gift, the forest seemed to hold its breath. The silence around us filled with the weight of his words. I felt a sense of clarity, a renewed determination to embrace the lessons he had shared. Thank you, I said, my voice soft yet sincere, for your wisdom and your guidance. The Buddha inclined his head slightly, his expression serene and timeless. Your journey continues, he said, his words carrying both a blessing and a challenge. Walk it with courage, mindfulness, and compassion, and you will find the peace you seek. As I rose to my feet, the path stretched before me, winding through the trees, illuminated by the light of his teachings. Each step felt lighter, a reflection of the clarity and purpose I now carried within me. The world remained imperfect, yet it held the promise of transformation, a canvas awaiting the brushstrokes of mindful action and compassionate love. Simplicity reduces distractions, nurturing mindfulness with an interconnected awareness. Buddha's words resonated profoundly. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.